This cold open song is called Rich White Guys. It's by Stephen Cogswell. Get it for free at awtfy.com, awtfy.com/guys.
It's another rich white dude. Think of the richest, whitest dude you can think of. White, rich guys, rich white guys. Don't bat your eyes at me, you rich white guy. I'm just singing a ragtime song about rich white guys.
I'm just saying, maybe
your ragtime song is killing our time.
You should make techno music. Listen up, people. We need to be the Voltron of rich white dudes. Form of Warren Buffett. Shape of Bill Gates. Attitude of Tony Robbins.
Killing your time with your metaphor.
Okay, sorry. White, rich guys, rich white guys. Don't bat your eyes at me, you rich white guy.
I'm wheezing the Jew.
I'm just singing a ragtime song about rich white guy. Yo, motherfucker, yo, motherfucker, yo. We got one last chance to pick a rich white guy. Listen up, you gotta be thinking richer and whiter than that.
Turn up too, Brian. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just go ahead and stick my head right over and talk about. Get in here, bitch. I'll fucking drive through this shit and I'll eat all the chocolate. I win. Haha.
White, rich guys, rich white guys. Don't bat your eyes at me, you rich white guy.
Yes, this is garbage.
I'm just singing a ragtime song about rich white guy.
just saying.
This is way ahead of its time, garbage. Look, I'm not trying to be a critic here, but the dialogue was a little sweaty. We probably could have run that back.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm already. I always have to listen to these before we start the show. Otherwise, I end up crying, laughing. Oh, in the chat, somebody shouted, "Better than maple syrup!" And I assume he was talking about this show. Hello, beautiful people. It's Tuesday night, live in Austin, Texas. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined by my BFF and OAK. It's JRY, Justin Robert Young. How are you, sir?
Oh, my good God, Brian. Yet another week of this shit.
Hold on. I thought a week of rest would have had you, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and then another week of rest would have had you restless and antsy and ready to come out punching. Did all of your energy get sucked out doing Andrew Heaton's podcast yesterday and that giant media snow day?
Worn down, Brian. Yeah, I've been out here hucking these Mueller takes for cash. Just trying.
You're sitting on a street corner.
Wares.
You're like, got them takes. Yo, man.
Mueller takes. Meteor political. Yeah, man. No, I'm ready to go. I don't know, man. I'm in a weird mood. I did my taxes.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so the pre-show. Justin calls. I'm like, oh, we're must be about to talk about Night Attack. I'm like, oh, well, I'm doing this, a little bit of pleasantries, and now we'll talk about Night Attack. He was like, hey, so I'm doing my taxes, and this piece of shit. All
right. The person who knows that I do podcasts for a living and asked me what podcast that I do and theoretically could be watching now or in the future. Sir, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Please file my taxes correctly.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because in a separate conversation you were saying, like, man, who I love so much and respect for all of his wise decision-making is the guy doing my taxes.
This was a different conversation you had right before the show?
Oh, yeah. No, totally different.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
What Brian was remembering was a time years ago when I was talking to him about my tax preparer. But now I don't know. I will say this.
He couldn't even do it with a straight face. He melted down. He's like, okay, can we meet in the middle where I don't even have to pretend to be enjoying one fucking second of
it's
this?
his fault. I'm saying that I am on edge. I'm an ideas man, Michael. I don't like dealing with money. I don't like thinking about money. My entire goal in life was to make enough money and live within my means enough that I can just always look at a bank account and there's some money in there. And it makes me very happy. I never plan on retiring. That's why I made a career in talking.
All right, I want you to know.
Forever.
As you said that, Bonnie was watching you on the screen, and she turned around and looked right at me, and she goes, yes. And then points and goes, that's me.
And so whenever, I live a blissful life that I have made for myself, wherein I make enough money I don't have to worry about it except for one day. One hellish day where I open up this pit into my own psyche and I see all the things that I haven't dealt with over the last year, and we all have to sit around at a table and deal with it. And theoretically, I'm not the best person to deal with, and maybe it doesn't matter whether or not my tax preparer is the nicest guy on the planet or somebody who is lacking in bedside manner, to say the least. But I'm not good on the other side, so I can't really cast blame.
It's also the one like bizarro day. It's the one day of the year where you go through your records and you're like, fuck, I made that money too? Ah, shit. You're like, oh wait, what's this? I wasted this thousands of dollars on this? Yes, yes.
So, just for people asking in the chat or listening right now, Brian and I are talking about a very specific element of tax hell, which is being a fully independent business. So, like, we have no taxes taken out for anything throughout the year. We pay all of our taxes on tax day. So anybody who gets a refund or has to do other stuff, in general, like that kind of stuff is pretty easy, right? You just enter in some stuff, but we have to go through some more hoops.
So specifically, like, let's say you were smart enough to have a credit card completely dedicated to business. Now you have to download all 12 PDFs of the every statement for the entire year, figure out a way. This is maybe easier nowadays, but I remember 5 years ago, you had to figure out a way to convert it into a comma separated values table. And then you would put everything in a giant table. And then what I would do is I had to physically move like blocks, like this was this category, this was this category, this is this guy. Days, literal days of $3.83. So like, oh, that's right. I do remember 6 months ago, that was definitely a luggage cart while I was on the road. Travel expenses. It is.
Oh, and then also, by the way, like for what we do, there's a lot of things that don't look like they should be written off that definitely are written off. There's plenty of things that are, and this is certainly going to endear us to the audience, bars and hotels that you're on the road for because, like, we're booked at Scoop Fest, or we're doing the we're doing the morning stream event, like it is at the end of April, where like that's literally me going out of pocket. In fact, it's me being dumber and spending money spending money for a gig I'm not getting paid for, but it doesn't mean it's not work. In fact, literally the only benefit I'm getting out of it is writing shit off.
Right. Well, and it's legit. Like,
so that's why I'm writing off $75 at the pool bar, IRS. Fuck you, Uncle Sam.
Well, and also why we need an adult to tell us, well, okay, what is this movies? You have a lot of movie expenses. Do you just love movies? I'm like, well, I host a show where I review movies. Oh, do you? Well, let's just put that in this column then. But that's that shit that feels weird to do.
By the way, we get to write off our boring dog.
Oh, that's right. He is a security system.
Well, you could also do it if you feature him enough on any of your programs. He becomes a mascot, and all of the money that is spent on him also becomes a deductible expense.
It's pretty good.
Which, by the way, is the tip that I got from my tax preparer's boss.
Oh.
Now I have the assistant. I should stop talking about this.
Yeah, you really should. What we missed is in the pre-show, Justin reenacted the entire script of Liar Liar, and now he can't stop talking about all this. Hey, man, I got something that might brighten your spirits.
Go ahead.
We live in Southwest Austin, and we're far enough out there that we sometimes go to the city next door to called Dripping Springs, which is southwest of Austin. Also, hate that name, Dripping Springs.
That's nice. It's quaint.
If you have,
I mean, what is it? Is it a venereal disease? Dripping Springs?
Okay. You know what's worse than Dripping Springs is the way all of the locals shorten it to Drippin'. Yeah, we're halfway out to Drippin'. And it's like, come
Well,
on.
I don't know. Well, that now that's slang. Now that's actually like.
But dripping sounds much more vulgar. At least Springs is like, Springs means one thing, clean water. You know what? Drip all over me. Go ahead and flash dance me.
Look, I'm fully getting rid. I'm fully like into just the fact that Dripping Springs is a gross name and should be abolished immediately. But dripping, there's like very popular current rap songs about having that drip. And that you're dripping, Ric Flair drip, go woo on a bitch. Like there's a lot of very like drip.
Hold it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need a translation for the over 40 crowd. Ric Flair go drip on a bitch.
Bryce.
Oh.
Oh, welcome to This Week in Unfair Throwings Under the Bus.
Well, Ric Flair's a wrestling guy, right?
Yeah.
Ric Flair. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like flexing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like
it's your style. You have that drip. It's dripping off you because it is so effervescent.
Like oozing charisma, and it has to drip somewhere.
In order to ooze charisma, that charisma would eventually drip off you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Out drip it.
Well,
drip.
Okay, picture old ladies at church talking about what it's like to be a dripping.
Yeah, there we go. I got that Barbara Bush drip. Drip, drip.
Oh, my God. Does she drip, drip? I don't know.
She's dead.
She's dead, but.
Yeah. Wait, no, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
Yes, she is.
Oh, is she?
Like just last year.
I know.
Laura Bush is still alive.
Laura Bush is still alive, yes.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
That must have been what I was thinking of.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so here's the important thing.
Yeah.
The locals love...
Although, please, everybody tell your mom or grandma that they have that Barbara Bush drip.
Oh, man. Okay, so we're not fans. Every time we go, everyone from out of town, they're like, Dripping Springs? What is this?
Everyone from out of town is doing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I know I have. I've gone there and I'm like, oh, you live in Austin? Oh, awesome, cool, world-class city, renowned for its style. And then it's like, oh, but we're next to Tramping Springs, and I just fart for 10 solid minutes because it's the only physical reaction my body could have to such a disgusting statement.
All right. Well, luckily, there's a hero in Dripping Springs.
What?
There's a campaign created by one of the locals who I deeply feel like we need to track down and join his cause because the name Dripping Springs is not great. And but he noticed that they celebrate Founders Day. That's the big fair every year. It's the Founders Day fair. The founder was a doctor. I believe his name was Joseph Pound. And in the spirit of remembering the true reason for the season of Founders Day, there's a GoFundMe campaign to change the name of Dripping Springs to the much more civilized Pound Town. I am so very into this idea of living right down the road from Pound Town. My kids love the idea of this. Oh, they thought it was hilarious.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. So number one, this needs to happen, and we need to throw every inch of this show's power toward the idea that we should rename the town that you border on and spend much of your time in.
It's the more convenient of the HEBs to get to, not gonna lie.
Yeah, from Tramping Springs to Pound Town.
Man, it's like, hey man, I'm gonna go get some fresh vegetables. I'm gonna head on over to Pound Town, BRB. I got them foaming suds.
All right, how many times, this is some real shit, how many times I've talked to other friends in Austin, and I'm like, oh, I'm staying with my buddy Brian, he's out here, and they'll sneer and say, oh, That's basically dripping spring.
Man,
There's no way that they would say that's basically Pound Town.
exactly.
Like, they would love it.
Everybody's going to be so excited. It's going to reinvigorate the economy, which I assume is bad in this scenario. I don't know. But also, man, hey, I would go to the HEB closer to Austin, but they have a bag ban. So I'm going to go to the HEB down in Pound Town.
Oh, my God, man. Anyway, I sent my daughter to Pound Town to get some eggs and milk.
All right, so he got interviewed, and I think there's a quote on that. By the way, it's a GoFundMe that has met its goal. Oh, it's no longer accepting donations. Oh.
All right, who is this person? AJ Gerstenhaber.
No,
that's a
donator.
Yeah.
It's from
Donator. Oh, well, then congratulations to AJ Gerstenhaber for having a recent donation. We need to find who did this, and we need to find if they have a Twitter, and we need to have them come over to your house right now.
So they are making merchandise, and they had to have a big disclaimer on their GoFundMe that the foundation of the Dr. and Mrs. Pound do not endorse this campaign.
I think it would be great. And what was one of the quotes he gave to the media? They're like, "Is this all tongue in cheek?" And he responded with like, "Well, no, my love and affection. I'm dead serious about this." And he says that for a whole town full of a lot of church-going good people, some people around here have some pretty dirty minds. We're just trying to honor Dr. Pound. So the goal, as I understand it, is that he's going to use the money to fund an actual. Oh my God, they did the story on the news. I want to hear them say it. You
got to give me more than
sure. Sorry, but they. He said that he was going to use the funds to create an actual ballot initiative that some old fuddy-duddies aren't going to like.
So, all right.
Any of the information just yet. So I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna take you down to Pound Town.
First of all, think
don't
about
say
how
that.
much it's
You
going to
made
cost
it
to change
gross.
all the signs in town to Pound Town.
Pound Town, and then all the jokes and everything. And then also imagine this. Dripping Springs is supposedly the wedding capital of Texas. Can you imagine all the invitations? Join us in Pound Town, Texas.
See,
for marriage and blah, blah, blah.
he's saying this like it's a bad thing.
With that name, it may become even more popular.
See, this guy gets it.
Who is that guy? What's
the
the name? We need the man's name right now so we can contact him.
The guy who is doing it?
Making our dreams come true and renaming this dog shit town Pound Town.
It's a fine town, I guess.
Dog shit name. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see if we can find it. I do know that that one of the big donors that got them to their GoFundMe goal at the last minute was it Jesse James, who was married to Sandra Bullock?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That is
That's
the name
dude.
of the guy. Yeah.
He donated like a big old chunk at the end because he's around here.
We have to make this happen. So his plan is what? To get a ballot initiative, and then that will be voted on by the citizens of Dripping Springs.
Yeah. Or actually, I don't know. They're going to make a movie about this at some point, and the climactic scene is after he comes in. You got all these people up in their imperial judge robes sitting there looking down their snooty, dripping noses. Also, all of their noses are actually dripping at the city council, and he walks in and he's like, and they said no prepared statements.
Let's go ahead and do a scene real quick from the eventual movie about it, and I'll be the city council guy, and you'll be this unnamed hero.
Sure. Oh, listen, sweetheart, I don't know if I could go in there. I mean, we just want to honor Dr. Joseph Pound, but they seem like insurmountable odds.
Honey, I know you got this. You're a big believer in this town and this Pound Town.
Oh.
Now, order, hereby the City Council of Dripping Springs will now come to order. There seems to be a bit of a ballot initiative that needs to be ratified. Sir, go ahead.
Well, it's a good thing I got all these tightly prepared notes on these note cards. Whoa! Oh, hold on. Pardon me, sir. Let me just scoop all these up.
You need a little more time, sir.
No.
Or are we all done here?
No, sir. his wife said, in honor that, oh, jeez.
Honey, you got this. Just remember that pounding I gave you last night.
And then I remembered what it means to have the true spirit of Pound Town inside me. Your Honor. We're almost there. Mr. City Councilman number 7. Have you ever been to Pound Town?
Well, I mean, I guess once or twice. But
That's right.
Only under the Lord's supervision.
Because you know what? Pound Town isn't a place that exists on a map. It's not a place that exists on boundaries. It's a place that lives deep inside all of us. When the spirit of Pound Town comes in you and out of you and in you and out of you, that's when you explode with the confidence and joy to get rid of the name Drippin' and start pounding!
Sir, I have been a city councilman for nigh 75 years.
You're very old.
Have I ever heard anything so eloquent, so powerful? Dr. Pound was my best friend. Blood brothers in the creek down below. And I say there we did go to Pound Town with each other. And so for sure this town forever be named Pound Town. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, we did it! We did it! Hey!
And scene.
Patreon.com/nightattack is where you can donate to this show, giving historical recreations of what will happen as Dripping Springs is renamed to Pound Town. Folks, it's so easy. Just head on over. Oh, what the fuck?
What? Well, this isn't the horrible. Let's take a. What could this be?
Wait a minute. Brian, normally I'm used to looking at young Brazilian boy and fit lesbian tell me about Night Attack, because we shot that video literally before we had done an episode of Night Attack. But what I'm seeing right now is a brand new video that we shot live in the pre-show not but 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, man. In fact, we recorded a lot of dog shit, but luckily Cogswell edited it together to our new Patreon video. Can we just, this will be the one time we do this. Let's take a look.
Absolutely, Brian Brushwood.
Night Attack? It's a bright attack.
The Patreon.com/nightattack.
Number one, I'm pretty sure what you just said is exactly what I said. Get their own RSS feed. Exclusive content.
Hi, and you're helping us. We're doing a great job. Thank you. Patreon.com/nightattack. Give us money. This time do it more urban.
Look, why should I give you money?
I'll bet you they're not busted PRs on the reg. Brian, come back. No, it's fine. Patreon.com/nightattack. So inviting energy, right?
Yeah, you're trying to get people to give you money.
And we're here to ask you to give us money.
Hold on. That's a wrap.
And I'm singing?
Just both stared at each other's eyes. Patreon.com/nightattack. You're nothing but a shitbag.
The custom RSS feed.
Where all booty belongs. At Patreon.com/nightattack.
Wow, custom RSS feeds where you can get our pre-show and post-show? You can become a horse boy?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God! Patreon.com/nightattack.
Patreon.com/nightattack is where I live from now on.
So we're not going to be able to mix any of these takes together. Or...
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Night Attack. Night Attack. We don't always hit the mark. Goddamn Tuesday evening. We set fire to the motherfucking internet.
Even us at Patreon.com/nightattack.
A solid 3-hour rock block of comedy.
How long does this go?
Every single week.
Well, you're goddamn right.
Oh,
5
it's almost done.
years. We're on it. We're old as shit.
I appreciated Cogswell showing me up.
Words are hard.
So
editing it very heavily.
So Bonnie saw that and she walked in and she's just watching it and she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's the new Patreon Night Attack video." And she's like, "Brian, you can't do this. You can't. No, Brian, this is awful. You've got beers all over the table and you guys are clearly drunk. What is it? No, absolutely not." And I was like, "Okay, well, let me show you what's on there right now." She saw 3 seconds. I was like, "Nope, the other. Do the other."
I mean, look, it took us 5 years to replace that. So I'm sure in the next decade we'll do a professional one. But for now, I want to thank Stephen Cogswell for making that. It really did bug the living shit out of me week after week after week. And now I breathe a sigh of relief like you can breathe a sigh of relief if you head on over to patreon.com/nightattack and get yourself a custom RSS feed, man.
Yeah.
Pre and post show delivered right to the podcast catcher of your choice.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, our pre-show, we had a whole good bit about what secret conspiracy theories we believed as children. So there's lots of good stuff in the pre and post show. But most importantly, if you are a new contributor or you increase your pledge, then you have a chance to be randomly selected for the...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour. It's an hour of...
Oh man, brand new patrons make me happy. I hope this is a real name, because I don't know what he's doing. I'd like to believe that he's inventing free electricity for the entire world, but also whipping up eggs and using them as deodorant, because that's the only way I can imagine somebody's name is Nikolai Mayo Pitts.
Nikolai Mayo Pitts?
Nikolai Mayo Pitts.
It's me, Nikolai Mayo Pitts. I've figured out that my whipped eggs go in your underarm.
Get out of here with your eggs, Nikolai Mayo Pitts.
Someday my genius will be...
Mayo Pitts?
Someday a cartoonist on something that will be called the internet will make a big farting deal about a museum to my genius, and a bunch of annoying Redditors won't shut up about it.
Nikolai Mayo Pitts.
Yeah, anyway.
Hong Kong?
What?
Hong Kong? I'm trying to order here. I'm trying to order Nikolai Mayo Pitts.
Yeah,
Hold the mayo.
Come on over. Well, we have Nikolai Mayo Pitts in the back.
Thank you very much, Nikolai. You're the best. And of course, this is the segment of the show where we go full on Twitch streamer. We normally don't make a big noise every time somebody subs or throws some bits in our face, but right now the bit boss is Cthulhu Collector. And we have a short 1-minute story.
Yeah, well, Sunbun showed up.
Yeah, he sure did. And he said he saw your man Jeff won, and he was there cheering.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing. When you're at a Wendy's like they were, Cattle Humper is prone to come on in there and just mess things up.
Yeah, man, he grabs all them burgers and he goes full Hando Tadpool. He's got like a big old burger orgy.
Yeah, well, Curtis LaRock, the manager, stepped in and said, "You boys better stop horsing off."
Oh, man, they're like, "Initiate the poop tempest." And then they start shitting all over. And Curtis was like, "I see you. Knock that off."
Oh, but then Aaron Byrne, too, the local constable, said, "What, hey, boys? What do you do? I haven't said anything since them brewing."
They said, what? Thank you, Benito Boom Crash. That was a good 1-minute story. Thank you, Party at Walmart. Oh, Party at Walmart! That's got to be the punch out. Party at Walmart, if you could time your contribution to always be at the end, then that could be our punch out.
Yeah. So please make sure you're here every Tuesday at the totally different time that we do this bit.
Yes.
And you're always there.
And, yeah. Just meet at the Party at Walmart in Pound Town.
Yeah, which is, of course, formerly.
We don't acknowledge that. Bunch of businesses are going to have to, it's going to become Pound Town Vodka. There's going to be the Pound Town Animal Shelter. It's gonna be
Pound Town Lube. Please.
Is that
Quickie
that an
Lube.
existing
Pound
product?
Town Quickie Lube.
Okay, you realize that means it's dripping lube right now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's dripping lube.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, Bryce, do we have a game?
We do have a game. We got a game here from Big Jim. Big Jim sent this in.
Oh, these are always good ones.
Yeah, it's he. I don't know if you guys have seen this. With all.
I don't know. Hey, Bryce. Maybe this would be a better explanation if you went full screen.
So is that just he's gonna restart?
Sure. I can do that. Here, hey, Brian. Why don't I tell you a bit about Jim? Okay. Well, the sound effect.
It's going great. It's smooth. Nobody's noticed. There we go.
I don't know why.
And that's why we have a new
right.
host. Justin, you're back.
Hey. Well, he
goodness.
didn't leave. He didn't leave. Remember, he didn't leave. He was listening the whole time. So, you guys have seen This Person Does Not Exist.com.
Yes, these are computer machine learning, astonishing. Like all it is you go there and you just keep hitting spacebar or something
like that,
and it keeps on just generating people that you would swear are real human beings.
Right. It's using the advanced imaging technology to put together fake human beings. And so Big Jim has got this game for us that he calls Big Jim's Date or Fake. You're going to see two pictures of people, and one of them will be real, and one of them will be from thispersondoesnotexist.com. So it will be you guys playing against the AI. I do know the answers on this one, so I can... Oh, wait. There we go. Big Jim's Date or Fake. And so it'll be Brian and Gerbs against the AI. So you have to come to a consensus on which is real or which is fake.
Yeah, I will say if you're listening on the podcast right now, just press pause and go to thispersondoesnotexist.com and get a sense of just how good these look so that you can appreciate.
Yeah, this will unfortunately be a little bit of a visual game.
Insane. Insane the creations that are minted there.
That's right. So Team Knotson trying to beat Team Watson in Date or Fake. All right, here's round one. Here we go. We have an image of two women.
No. I don't like it. I don't like it because these are both definitely robots.
Both robots, okay.
I think.
Well, one looks more robot-y than the other. God damn it. We have to find a way that we can put these up for people that are listening.
We'll have
here.
some sort of link in on the Twitter at twitter.com/nightattackshow.
Okay.
Okay.
So the one on the left definitely looks more like she could be a robot. Not to say that she is.
Okay.
She does have a bit of a vacant stare, and her mouth is slightly open in sort of a vacuous look. But that's also like a model thing, right?
But the one on the right has like artifacting around the left eye.
Oh my God, we've got an artist on our team, Justin. We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
I would.
Oh wow.
That would be my instinct, but only because I am always playing against the game master, and I think I always want to punish when they want to be too clever.
Yeah, I have come full circle. A at first glance looks a little bit androidy, but now B is too perfect. So I'm going to say B is the fake. You want to go B fake?
I agree. Lock it in. B.
Knotson.
All right. You guys have selected B, the image of this woman, as a fake. Let me show you the real image of the real person, and the real person was... It was A. You got it right.
Okay, good. Took me a second. I forgot which one we picked for what. We're picking the fake.
Like
got it.
That is obviously a very pretty girl who might just be taking a unflattering picture.
Yeah. She also looks disappointed in us. You know, she looked like
I don't
really.
think she looks unflattering. I think that's kind of the look that they go for, like disinterested. Like, I'm so much better than you.
You think so? With like the slightly open mouth, like you could slip a.
You know what it is? Is they said they grabbed the camera and they're like, everybody say drippin', and she goes drippin', and then she looked dumb. But if she had said Pound Town, then she would have looked awesome.
She would have like
Yeah.
All right. Now, round two. I want you guys to tell me the occupation of these two gentlemen.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. They're both
realtors.
realtors.
They're either lawyers or congressmen, right?
No, they got to be... I like realtors or maybe...
Both wearing suits. We can see a tie in one of them.
I don't... okay. The one on the left is clearly a candid before the guy found out that he was at a wife swap party. And you could kind of see his wife in the side. B is a dude who definitely is auditioning to go to a wife swap party and doesn't understand why his jaunty leaning across 8x10 headshot hasn't gotten him in yet.
No, I definitely think B is fake because the hairline is.
That's it.
Okay, really?
How would you describe this hairline? What is wrong with this hairline?
So it looks like his hairline at the very center sprung a leak.
It looks like the robot was drawing very well. Let's see, close cropped hair. Maybe it gets a little funky in the middle, and then close cropped hair. It'll be fine.
Okay, I see. So
yeah, basically like instead of his hairline kind of like receding at any point, it literally is even on either side, and then there's a whale tail of hair.
Okay, picture this. Picture the hairline of Alfalfa, and then picture in that little divide in the middle, they just covered it up with a little tuft.
Yeah, what I think is it looks like the computer got confused and it put the guy's hair along the back in the front. You know how like guys'
He's
hair
got a
when
reverse
it gets
mullet.
Oh, sure.
It's like it switched the back of the neck.
Like if
to
you
the
were
front.
if it was a Lego, you put the hairpiece on backwards.
Yeah,
on the little minifig.
yeah,
I see. So the consensus is you're going with B.
Justin?
Oh
As the
yeah,
fake.
either A is the fake one and we really have a game on our hands, or B, we are correct and we own this game from stem to stern.
All right. The correct answer. Gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Ross Bernstein,
Real person!
a sports booker
He's a sports booker!
whose speaking fee is $20,000 to $30,000.
Hey, Brian, as a fellow performer who wore stupid hair, I guess you can identify.
I mean, it reminds me
The
a little
only way that would have been better is if he booked bizarre magic acts. And we easily had to apologize.
It reminds me, I don't know, like I watched that documentary, Get Me Roger Stone, and I couldn't stop looking at his weird-ass fake hairline that with the plugs and all that. I wonder if it's something like that, where it's like, it's the best we could work with here.
You know what? Something I noticed in these is in the fakes is that they like to throw noise in, and so like I almost went with the one on the left because there's like woman's shoulder in the picture. Does
Yeah,
that make
the woman.
sense?
So the thing that all of these things are really bad at is it doesn't know what to do with photos where there are multiple people in them, and so you get amalgams of human leftovers.
But meanwhile,
I mean,
his
look at
face
this. This
looks
is
so. And
does look
I
good.
almost brought that up. She has 2 ears. There's
Yeah,
an ear
there's-
over an ear.
And
I mean,
a
I guess
Clippy.
all of us
She's got Clippy too, right behind her.
all of
here.
us have two
no,
ears.
yeah.
Well, she has 2 on the same side.
All right, round 3.
Maybe she's a really good listener, though.
All right, tell me which is the fake date.
Oh,
Round
no.
3. No. What is the occupation of woman A?
Student.
Oh, she's a memoirist.
A memoirist. Okay, and
I know, and she's got a book, and all of the titles have "my" as the first word.
Okay, my. And Brian, who do you think? What is woman B here?
B is a humanitarian activist. She is. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the weird lips on A. Oh, please let A be the fake. Because then I don't want to say something not nice about. So these are human beings. Some of them are human.
Half of
they're-
them.
They're all robots.
50% of them are human beings.
God,
If you target your insults correctly, you're only insulting a computer, and that's better.
This is the real stakes of the game.
Motherfucking bio cow. This is the trap.
This is Big Jim.
Hey, Brian, which one of them is ugly?
That is not this game.
That's not the
For
game.
the record.
But the one on the left has weird background again, right? Like
Oh.
the one on the right looks
There
like
is
she's
some
been
MS
photoshopped.
Paint weird shit. Yep, you can see that artifacting to the right. And also her lips like have a weird cleft, like she's got heart-shaped lips.
Yeah, the top is a little sharp here, huh?
It looks
That
like
is a
man's
bit of
lips.
a weird look there. Although the last one had the more realistic lighting, like as if it were just a
candid.
picture taken on a phone or something, and that looks more like B, who was almost certainly a blogger for Jezebel.
Yes.
All right, so which is your fake? Need a consensus here, gentlemen.
A.
A? Justin?
Yeah.
I will go with, I'll turn my key on A.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, I'd like you to meet Julie, a reviewer for swatchandreview.com.
Oh,
You got it
so
right.
close. She'll eventually work at Jezebel, just like everybody else.
Wait. She is a reviewer?
She is a makeup reviewer.
Yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
Oh, boy.
You guys got close to the actual profession. Right?
Yeah, I feel like in horseshoe rules we should get an extra point for blogger at Jezebel.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, we can feel that way all we want.
Whatever. Listen, the game is a completely different thing here. Now you're trying to just not insult a human being. All right.
Yeah, the stakes just got a lot higher now that I realize they're real people.
All right, round 4. Here we go. Tell me what
God damn it.
Bonnie, can you tell me what gentleman A's occupation is here?
And also, which one's ugly?
Gentleman A is a senior in high school, so he's got a part-time job.
Okay.
His part-time job is a stand-in for Frodo Baggins.
Yes.
Okay. Part-time.
He looks a little bit like Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood stand-in. All right.
Yeah, in the eyes.
Brian, who is person B here?
Person B, who almost certainly is a real person, is the future president of the AARP. He's just got 58 years to go.
He just needs to skate on by for about 50-some years.
And then he'll be the president.
Why don't they elect any young people to be the president of AARP?
All right, Bonnie, what are you doing? Bonnie's getting up there and pulling out a magnifying glass. Knock that off, girl.
She's Sherlocking it.
Yeah, get out of there. Quit cheating.
She's like Minority Report touching the screen. And
cheating.
So yeah, B has a very square jaw. He like is a Channing Tatum-esque kind of I don't know. Yeah, you would imagine him in the Marines or something.
It does look, and I think this is why he selected him this way, is it does look like it's been photoshopped a little bit, like retouched, like maybe to get rid of acne or something. It looks like he's a little overly smooth on his skin, but I believe it's a real photo.
Here's all.
Bonnie, you don't get to even report in. Nope. You don't need. Nope. Bonnie, you don't get to report in because it's not fun if you get up there and you Sherlock and you do a forensic analysis.
What is Bonnie doing? I can't see what
She's
Bonnie's
standing
doing.
up, walking over to
show Bonnie, and Bonnie, do what you were doing.
You get your face. You touch that TV with your nose.
So we have
that's
a
what
TV
you were
over
doing.
here,
You
and
were
she
getting
was
all
like
the way
all
closer.
up
You were
on
getting
it.
closer. You were that close.
Yeah, so
All
she
right,
was.
so Bonnie was getting very, very so pixel by pixel she could see.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need a consensus here, gentlemen. A or B.
Here's my only question, and I'm not saying whether it's an indicator that he's fake or real. A, what's going on under that left ear?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, there is like a halo, but if you snapped a photo in portrait mode with an iPhone, it gets a little squirrely on the edges like that because the background is out of focus in both of these. I don't know. Hold on, I might talk myself out of this. The background
I think A's fake.
Yeah, I think A's fake, but just barely. Like those sharp lines that make them look cut out, I've seen in some of the portrait mode iPhone photos.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say A is fake. Yeah.
A is fake.
You say A. Frodo Baggins. Photo Baggins.
Faux
F-A-U-X,
F-A-U-O-X, yeah.
Is correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Woo!
This is just some model guy. Just I don't know. He's on. I guess he found the Big Jim gave me the links, and this is like one of those like spam websites of just like hairstyle photos. So there we go. Thank you, Jim.
Also,
You were just
future
like
president of the AARP.
You're just like he's just too handsome. I don't know.
Well,
like just can't stand
He's
it.
got those dreamy eyes.
Those dreamy eyes and the
what's a guy to
perfect
do?
skin. You know.
Yeah. Clearly, we need to kill him.
All right, what is this? Round 5. Here we go. Kill him. Wait, hold on.
That got dark.
Downtown says what? that's how we'll walk into the city council meeting.
Change your name to Pound Town says what?
Now Now, to be fair, I'm blind in one eye and I don't have my glasses on.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
And maybe this one will get you. This is round 5. Justin, what is the name of the gentleman of gentleman A? What's his name? Give me maybe a first name and a last letter.
Oh, okay. So A is named Doug Swift, and he's a Democratic Socialist from Bushwick. He actually writes a blog before it got fucking taken down by his shitbag partner. And now he was really into AOC before she sold out.
AOC. And Brian, what is the name of gentleman B?
B is a dude who deeply regrets going to the fraternity kegger on Halloween dressed as Aladdin, I guess. He eventually gets kicked out of office when this photo surfaces.
All right, so what are you guys feeling about these photos? What are you looking at?
What the fuck is on that dude's head?
Some sort of wrap.
Yeah,
yeah.
Almost like a turban, looking like a
It's
Mongol
maybe a Turkish or
hat.
kind of a Mongolian hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say yeah, Mongolian.
I don't think we've seen the fake creation engine do a jaunty, sideways, tilted person. I feel like that's
you're describing
A.
A?
Because he's leaning over to tell you how it really is. So I think he's real. But we've seen a lot of staring right down the barrel, flash faces like they're in the middle of a party one in there. So I'm going to say B is fake.
Because also, I don't think we've seen any fake ones that were totally blank in the background, and A's is totally blank in the background as if it's a headshot.
I love the fact that in the chat people are saying they're judging by what looks too perfect. That's how good the robots are now. They're like, that symmetrical grin, those come hither eyes? No. I say no.
So, just to confirm, your answer is which one is fake?
B.
B. You're going to say B is
B
fake.
B is fake.
All right, let me introduce you to Isaac.
Ooh.
You got it right.
Isaac W. Kern?
Wait, is he from Brooklyn?
Indiana, USA.
Is he a fan of AOC? Can you look that up?
No, but I think he's a manager at Cracker Barrel.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something.
Right, let's not
wait.
put it Twitter up there.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
Please leave this man alone.
Yeah, everybody leave him alone.
I think he's like me, and like one of his eyes is not working. Look at his eyes.
This is a real human being, and we'll not be doing that on this program. It's a real person whose name we gave.
Are you calling me ugly?
No, I'm just
not
saying
at all.
that he didn't ask for any of this. So we're
Just know that no matter how righteous the target, we shouldn't pull the trigger.
All right, so round 6. Justin, can you tell me about Gentleman A?
Okay, so Gentleman A is actually on the Turkish version of Shark Tank, and he's known as the nice one.
Ah.
A is also weird because it's got the aspect ratio messed up and it's all squished, which is something we've not seen the robot do, but we've also never seen a robot do an angry-eyed guy who just got out of rehab and wants to start some shit with a tilted, jaunty angle, or he's disappointed in me? I can't tell. I think he resents being on this bit.
What is his job, a person B? Brian?
He's a youth minister.
Youth
No,
No,
not
he's
with
not
that
a
broken
minister.
nose.
Oh wait, that nose
I
is
forget who
weird.
put it in the chat, but the difference between A and B is lawyer and defendant.
That's certainly how they're
It was
dressed.
Dan33, yeah.
But that
so-
aspect ratio, that's so... we've not seen the robots do that.
Yeah, well, Bonnie, what are you thinking? What are you feeling on this one?
Oh, I really feel like consistently they have background noise, and A has like a little blur off in the background, and it feels like a professional photo except for this little, like little orange segment.
There's like a small bit of color in the bottom left corner.
This one kind of breaks the rules because A is a little bit more jaunty posed, whereas B is dead on.
B
and
is
so
dead
far, every AI one has looked dead on into the camera.
Yeah, but then the B though is 100% just white flat background, and A at least has trying to have a background, which I feel like maybe he's just got really...
It's a hint. It is a dog fart of color in the background. Though.
Yeah, it's a dog fart.
It's a dog fart.
D
I feel
rhymes
like-
with
I feel
C, which stands for computer. I think we
fart.
found it.
Oh,
You
goodness.
did it, Justin.
Brushwood, you did it again.
All right, I'm gonna need an answer, guys. I need a consensus answer.
I think A's got to be the computer one, right?
I'm gonna turn the key on A, but I want to register my thought that it's B.
All right, you guys are gonna say A is the fake. I would like to introduce you to Rick Howard, pro skateboarder. You got it right.
Broken nose. Did I call it?
You did call it. You did call it. Oh man, he's getting tricky with these.
Also, Tony Hawk on this website, third billing.
Wow.
What a shame. All right. Let's see. I think we got two more in a final. Here we go. Gentlemen, can you tell me what the name of woman A is, Brian? Can you give me her name?
You sneaky sons of a gun. Woman A is, you realize there's not enough information, and whatever we say that she does, you know what?
I'm just asking for a name.
Her name is Sandra, and she's a fully self-actualized woman. That's all you need to know about her.
All right, there we go. Way is a fully complete entity. There we go.
Yeah.
Justin.
She's in charge of
Telling Bryce, you couldn't say self-actualized woman.
Fuck.
B is named Naomi, and she is really willing to take on the world now that she's back from gap year.
See, I thought she looked like the villain in a sci-fi movie, like, made from all the best parts of robots.
She looks like an upcoming recurring character from Firefly season 2.
Yeah.
Yes. I was actually thinking Dollhouse.
Yeah,
Remember
sure.
the...
She's kind of got that.
I mean, she absolutely seems like the offspring of somebody really rich and then another younger woman who's very beautiful.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking at A, and it's got that same, looks like a candid thing. B is kind of, everything looks soft because she's heavily made up. I'm gonna say B feels like a real person, like a real headshot actress.
So you're gonna say A is fake?
I believe that Sandra, the self-actualized woman, is indeed the self-digitized woman.
The self-actualized AI.
So you're saying A is fake?
Yeah.
All right. That answer is ding, 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 correct. On this, we don't have a name here. All the tag that we have is Tuba Buyukustun, very beautiful Turkish girl. So.
Dude, it is a headshot. I called it.
Yeah. There's also a little bit of text here in the corner. You see YE. Probably. It probably
says yeet.
It definitely says yeet. That's exactly correct. Brian Rushwood says yeet. All right. Second to last one, penultimate.
Oh dear.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
I think speed round, right?
Speed round.
Yeah,
this one. 30 seconds. Here, I'm gonna put the.
We've honed in on the background thing, right?
Yeah. Also, robots don't make angry people the way I'm seeing in A. They only make happy people like B. So I'm gonna say B must be the one.
Yeah, and by the way, A got arrested for drunk driving, and B got arrested for being too good of a friend.
So you're saying B is fake?
They're both. Yeah, they both got arrested.
Okay. Let me introduce you to Holly Jane Akers, who was arrested in Tampa Bay. A holiday woman hits husband with vacuum cleaner part during early morning cleaning binge. There we go.
Man,
all right.
That is actually a pretty badass photo. It looks like
That's a good photo.
It looks like they did the thing with the circular flash that models do, which makes me
a ring light.
Yeah, what a fabulous jail.
It's a great fabulous jail.
She looks like a really badass singer for a cold metal band.
Right?
God damn it.
All right, last one here. This is the final round. This one is for, let's see. He says triple points, and I'm inclined to agree. Which one of these is real? One of these four will be real. Is it A, B, C, or D?
Oh, wait, only one of these is real?
One of them is real.
Well, okay, three of them fit a similar template of looking like symmetrical faces, but also computers sometimes be bad.
Computers sometimes be bad. Brian Brushwood, YouTube
All
scientist.
right. So A is a smirking man with short hair. C is a round-faced woman with curly, longer hair. B is Salvador Dali. Is a very young woman with shoulder-length hair.
I mean, B's got to be a real person, and it's got to be from Florida, right? This is a Florida man?
I mean, you would think, right? Like, I mean, but I feel like that's the red herring.
Yeah, or maybe he's a TED talker. He's either a TED talker or a Florida man. Also, his no, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be like a syndrome thing, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. We're reading Wonder right now, so.
Now, here's the problem: is that none of them have our telltale AI thing of the background. They all look like headshots or mugshots in B's case.
Man, I'm gonna go with B. Looks very human to me.
So you're gonna go, but that's the one he wants us to pick, right?
I know, but I feel like maybe he's making it so simple that we can't. Wait, maybe they're all real.
I want to go with A.
Maybe they're all real.
I want to go with A.
Okay.
Justin wants to go with A.
Yeah.
Brian wants to go with B. Bonnie, what do you think?
It's a speed round, right?
Yes. Technically, we are wrapping up the game with the speed round.
Definitely not D. There's something off on D.
Sure.
I think A feels artificial too.
This is A.
So it's
D
between
seems creepy. I'm with you,
and
Bonnie.
B.
I think if one of your daughters wanted to go to a sleepover at her house, you'd probably have to give the girl a gun. Like, take them down.
Yeah.
I mean, there are three perfectly symmetrical, beautiful faces and one not, which makes me want to believe it's a him.
I know, but then I feel like I'm being led that way.
Yep. Okay.
You know?
You got to pick. It's a speed
round.
round.
Do you want a coin? We have some coins here.
Yeah. Or a timer. Or
there you go. She's flipping a coin.
I'm gonna play. B is heads.
Okay.
Well.
And it's tails, so I'm gonna go with C.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're going C?
So
Well, 'cause
Okay,
it
so
was
now we
tails.
picked three different people. So we need to coalesce on one.
So the only way to be fair is we all have to go with D. The one that we all agreed couldn't be the one. It's
fair to me. Let's go.
That sounds right.
D is the real person.
All right, you picked D. I'd like to introduce you gentlemen to Jonathan Crenshaw. The correct answer was B. Sorry about that. A black mark on an otherwise almost perfect game. I think
A homeless man with no arms has been charged with stabbing a tourist in Florida.
Wow.
that's right.
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna give you an extra point for that. I'm gonna give you an extra point for getting Florida right, and that's gonna bring you to 10-4. Congratulations, you guys still won.
Yeah! Eat that, computers. You'll never be able to create comedy. Name anything great a computer's ever done. You can't.
That's right.
Nope. Throw them all in the river.
Domo arigato, eat shitobato.
All right. Thank you to Big Jim for sending this in and making this game. We're going to send you some free stickers from stickersrdif.com if you would like us to use your game. If you have a list of data, if you have some good material for us, send it mail, mail, at nightattack.tv. You get some free stickers if we use it.
Man, I just want to apologize to anybody who...
Thankfully, you were pretty close on, though.
Yeah, but still, like, man, that got deeply uncomfortable. Realizing that anything I say could be heard by the actual person.
Oh, and if you do want to see these photos, we'll put a link to the slideshow, the Google slideshow on Twitter, twitter.com/nightattackshow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So play along while you listen to the show.
That's right.
I agree with you though, Brian. There was a point in that game when I was like, all right, like I'm cool if it's a bunch of random headshots that people have sold to, like iStock photos. But as soon as the first Twitter account came up, I'm like, man.
This is that moment when we trust fall into the arms of our loving chat realm.
Headshots and mugshots feel free game, right?
Yeah,
but then,
but in either one, I mean,
they're still real people though.
Like,
yeah,
we definitely said some stuff about the one dude when we thought he was a robot. we got a little loosey goosey creative, and then we realized, oh, it's a human being. Let's just.
Do you want to just do a blanket? Do you want to just do a blanket apology?
No. Yeah, headshots and mugshots both have something in common. They have names that very often are connected to social media accounts that are very diligent and excited. Fan base can then do whatever the hot hell they want with at any point. So I like stock photos where you can't find out who they are. And therefore, they're still real people with real faces that at least have a layer of separation that can't immediately be exploited.
But everybody's going to be real good out there.
That's right.
We're all going to be like 3,000 little Fonzies. Fonzie-like.
Cool.
Hey.
He's a cold rock. Pre-show, people. Get it. Patreon.com. Hey, man, you want to do a little bit of diamond time?
Hell yeah, Brian. Diamond Time is where you can shout out your project right here on the show. Just head on over to reddit.com/r/Diamond Club, and you will have your opportunity to be on the show. We begin with Dragon Sky. Diamond Club, a friend of ours, is having a real tough time with his wife battling cancer. So instead of sitting around and doing nothing, Geek.io said, fuck cancer! We're raising money to help them recoup some of their medical costs and doing a charity stream on March 30th to raise awareness and money. Find out all the information at geek-io.net/fuckcancer.
Yeah. Also, Beef Viper writes in with just a quick update. ... I still like boobs.
Oh, thanks for the update.
Good to know. NA9989 says, hey, boys, I'm Mr. Pound here, running a campaign to bring back the right name to Pound Town. tinyurl.com/Pound Texas.
TX. Pound Town TX.
I want to guess... do we not want to give out the guy's name that's doing it?
Yeah, we do. We just couldn't find it.
I found it, and then there was no point in me for it. We were moved on. His name is now I've lost it because it's Micah Archer and Daniel McCarthy, both 31, who grew up in Dripping Springs. There you go.
Yeah.
Enjoy your 15 minutes of fame.
Now we do want to reach out to those guys. We got to get them on the show.
I feel like even if this righteous and correct ballot initiative fails, maybe we could do something to make Dripping Springs Pound Town, if just for one night, like the Dr. Pound benefit taking place in Brian's studio.
Bonnie just gave you one of these. She was slouched and hanging out. She just sat bolt upright and then turned and looked right into my eyes, and her eyes got big as saucers, and she started to grin. What you got, girl?
I really think, you have the Founders Day Festival. There needs to be like a Pound Town party like the night before or something. I don't know. It seems like in conjunction
before Founders Day.
Yeah.
Before Founders Day, and just like think Mardi Gras or whatever, some kind of like really crazy party.
We can invent traditions for Pound Town night.
One of the important things about Dr. Pound is that he handed out the drugs and was well liked in the community.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
Share your drugs on Pound night.
One night in Pound Town makes a hard man humble. One night in Drippin' makes you dead to me.
Oh shit! We have the summer movie draft.
Yeah, here's your summer movie draft update. There we go. Hey, Team Frog Pants, Sword and Laser, Night Attack, and Night Attack, Sword Laser, and Team Frog Pants are in 4th place with no movies out. Team Hammerson is in 3rd place with $95,000.
$1,000.
Jesus, really? Hotel
With
Mumbai
Hotel
for dogs did $95,000.
That is absolutely correct. Hotel Mumbai brought in $95,000, bringing them to third place. Team second place is Grant. I don't know how Roberto does this every week.
Next time we're gonna do this, we're all gonna name ourselves the place. Team first place is in fourth place. Team second place is in fifth place.
Team Grant from the Bureaus is in second place with $77 million from us, and in first place is Team John Trekker with $323 million. That's your movie draft update.
It made even more money.
I was hanging out with John over the weekend, and he was telling me that he believes Tom is going to win because Captain Marvel has underperformed their expectations.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's wild. Did you now? When we saw it like opening weekend. You said that the metric to watch was the week-over-week drop-off. Have we seen that as the reviews come in?
Yeah. No, it did well. Like it's done exceptionally well. I mean, like $300 million within 3 weeks is insane. That's amazing.
Yeah, not as amazing as $71 million for a horror movie. With
77.
Yeah,
that's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Yeah, Jordan Peele is no joke. I thought Us would underperform Get Out, and it might still in total. Because there still is the chance that like everybody that was gonna go see Us all went the first week, but you can't you can't say anything about making $77 million in week one.
Yeah, except for that. Hopefully it'll be less than. I mean, Dumbo's got to outperform that, right?
Mixed reviews for Dumbo.
No,
a little bit.
But also it's Dumbo and
like
kids.
I saw something calling it one of Tim Burton's best movies, and then a very mixed number on Rotten Tomatoes.
Let
me see. We can actually check that now. But
I mean, it looks.
Go on. Say it. Say it. It looks great, and everybody should see it. Disclaimer. Oh my God, 51%.
Yeah.
Hoo boy.
So, held partly aloft.
Well, let me put it this way. The best Tim Burton movies have really good stories.
Dumbo's.
I don't know how much you're going to be able to stretch out the story of Dumbo, nor do I think that I trust Tim Burton to be like, oh no, just make up some shit, because it's going to be weird and odd and surprise. A stern father will be involved. Like it's going to be very Tim Burton-y.
Apparently, they got rid of the pink elephant scene.
That was actually a pretty good scene. Like, I mean, just with the trippy visuals and all that stuff. But I guess also it was definitely a baby elephant getting drunk to the point of hallucination.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought I mean, in the trailer, they have like what I assumed was a nod toward that with like, it wasn't pink elephants as in
the bubble, like the
hallucination. Yeah, but it was like a big bubble thing.
Yeah, I figured that they were going like it's a slightly magical world where professional bubble blowers are making bubbles that go in the I mean, if a fucking elephant's gonna fly, then my guess is it's not the weirdest thing to have pro bubble blowers.
Magic lungs.
Yeah.
Bada bing bang boom, magic lungs. Look at them, I'll blow the elephant. Pay me $5, I'll do a giraffe.
I love retired Carney Justin. What else you got? Tell me about the old days, Pops.
Hey, what do you want to know? What do you want to know? Hey, here we go. Hey, two bits and another, and next thing you know, here's a brownstone.
Wow, a walk-up brownstone.
Yeah. Guess what? Put that in the lower, Dumbo. Next thing you know, you can buy your kid a retirement. Oh, hey.
So back when you were on the boardwalk, how would you deal with hecklers?
Well, you know, you got a couple of wisenacres over here saying like, hey, look, what is this man doing? Blowing bubbles? I say, your mom's named Bubbles. Get out of here.
That doesn't even. It's fine. Now I heard that a lot of the carnival games were rigged. Like, did you have anything to do with those?
Whoa! Hold on, we got a federal informant over here. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. All right, hey, look, you got to make a living going from town to town. Next thing you know, you got Johnny Unitas over here with a cannon for an arm trying to launch it into there, eating into my profits. Hey, I got a couple kids to feed, and those kids are my belly with beer. Next thing you know, we got to make sure things are going a little according to plan. So we glue a few of this, we stick a few of that, and next thing you know, we all go home. All right? Hey, I'm sorry, officer. I plead no contest.
Did you ever employ a cow in your works? Oh, jeez.
I haven't employed a cow. Hey. I said your mom's name was Bubbles. Oh!
Oh, shit. Oh, that was amazing. You actually heard the panicked sounds of Dumbo not being able to fly until the very end when he pulls
That was
it off.
actually the sound of Dumbo trying to pad that one-note joke to the point where it sounded more like the same sentence that he said before.
Hey, do we have any emails?
Yeah, we do. Let's go into the mailbag.
Join us for drinks in the Diamond Club.
In the Diamond Club. That sounds grand.
Super grand. You can join the Diamond Club, aka this segment, by sending an email, mail at nightattack.tv. That's where we read some of these emails. Like this one from Sign. Sign wanted to give us Sign was giving everybody the business in Discord the past week. Here, I'm gonna read Sign's letter. Hey, you guys remember when one of the Black Diamond Club members was telling you in chat during the draft that the now major theatrical financial success Us was a steal and needed to be purchased at all cost? Remember when I said it would be a major cultural event in Black communities and would just be an overall amazingly good movie? Remember how you didn't even bid on it? Grant does. Just thought you would like to know. Sign from the Florida Salt Mines.
So you're not wrong, Sign.
Yeah, thank you, Sign.
Guilty as charged. Oh, hey! Oh, hey, your mom is Bubbles. is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's right. My mom is Bubbles. We also got a nice letter from Jake. This is not really a question, but if you guys saw on Modern Road, we just had a video go up today doing a little unboxing. This is a little bit attached. Hey, Brian, this is Jake from the Hangover Tour. First off, I can't thank everyone else in the Diamond. I can't thank you and everyone else in the Diamond Club for truly one of the best experiences I've ever had. Some of the stuff that you mentioned resonated with him, and especially when it's going through sort of a dark time. So truly, thank you so much for everything. I hope you enjoy the housewarming gift, and I'm excited / nervous to see your reaction. Please reply at your earliest convenience. DIAF, Jake.
Yeah, Jake is the one that did the lie, cheat, steal housewarming gift that we put we featured in today's HQ update of the Modern Rogue. You can see it about I don't know, the 2/3 moment or so.
Sure, it's like it's their own live, laugh, love.
Yeah,
sort of a painting. So there you go.
There you go. but it was great. It was so thoughtful, and I think that's what I love the most about it, is that it was so out of the box. It was great. Thank you so much, Jake. That's awesome. And by the way, what a testament, Justin, to we did it. We pulled it off. We did the VIP thing, and people were happy about it. That's awesome.
Oh my God, yeah. I didn't see the video on the Attack Knight armor.
It just went up. It's the same video on youtube.com/modernrogue. It went up earlier today.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that in the post show. Oh, you want to hear? Oh, patreon.com/nightattack.
We got one more here from Supernova Girl. She says, "Hi guys, bringing it back to magic discussion. Do either of you have any good Johnny Thompson stories you'd like to share?"
Oh my gosh,
Johnny from Supernova Girl.
Yeah, I'm glad it's been a bit of time, because I don't know if we we were on stage during South by So Wasted, and I got a bleep blop in my pocket, and I looked down at my watch, and there was a text message from a friend that says Johnny Thompson just passed, and it's like, oh, I'm betting he would want us to make sure the show went on, and but all of my memories of Johnny Thompson are actually from the guy, because I mean, his act is great and all that stuff, but I only know him as the guy who was so kind and gave his full attention the 2 or 3 times that we met. The first time was on the location for Mind Freak, and it was so great because my friend Brian Poindexter introduced me to Johnny, and Johnny was just super interested in hearing about my act and what I was doing, and had, he's one of those people where you just felt electricity the moment you talked to him. And then again, when I did Penn and Teller's Fool Us, it was great because he, very clearly, and he was the advisor. So you did the run through of your act, and he was just like, oh, okay, well, here's what I know about this trick. If you can, this angle, it looked like, and it was all really, really precious and wonderful stuff. And it's such a I don't know, his loss is such a raw nerve in magic in general. I would imagine that people are going to take some time to reminisce.
It's a rare thing that in a niche that is as popular as magic, that there's not a lot of people in my position in just covering and like knowing people's reputation without being a part of that ecosystem. Like, people might know me because I talk to them, but they don't know me as an artist. They wouldn't know me as somebody that had a beef with somebody about something, which tends to happen when a bunch of artists are interacting with each other. Johnny Thompson is one of the few people that was not only universally beloved, but universally understood to be so proficient at what he did that he needed to be sought out, and furthermore, so professional about it that he was he was the guy you went to. If you could get Johnny Thompson, and specifically if you were shooting in Vegas, that was what you did. It's I don't know how much of Mind Freak would have existed without Johnny Thompson.
Oh, that's a fact. And in fact, to be honest, that is a truly inspiring thing because he had more stories, stories to beat the band. He toured everywhere, done everything, was the best of the best, and then entered this 20-year career of being the go-to guy to fix your magic project and to get him on staff. And it makes me excited to realize that by the time I'm the age he was when we met, that all of this shit will be so much dust in our rear view mirrors. And I hope that I still have that get up and go to make a difference and to engage with everybody that he had.
Well, let me also just go back, for a second and pay homage to him as a performer, because the great Tom Sony, which was his performing act, was brilliant in a way that I don't know that anybody has. I mean, like, if you look at comedy magic, which a lot of his stuff was, it was as funny as it was magical. And I don't even
also subversive for its time. This is at a time when everybody was unironically doing the archetype of the tuxedoed magician as the guy in charge, and the girl was the floozy that brought everything out. And he subverted all that with his act. It was very clear that despite the trappings of authority, he was the big goofball.
He was the blowhard.
Yeah.
And his wife, the assistant, was the one who the audience could identify with. It was not wish fulfillment. It was laughing at the guy. He was the great Tom Sony, and he had these very Polish kind of like elements to it that was almost like it was one half like, a screen door and a submarine kind of joke that he elevated to this very funny, very complex kind of idea. And that's it's just brilliant. And you should seek out what he did, because there is a kind of perfection to that element of silliness. He was as good as you wanted to be, and he was funnier than you could dream to be. That is, to me, being around. I mean, and if I said hi to him once, man, it was fleeting. But I know him by reputation in a way that I don't know that a lot of magicians could, because as respected as he was, and specifically he went on the Penn and Teller run, and that kind of like, I think, solidified him in magic heaven as being this god, because Penn and Teller are revered on a level. But at the point that he was building Mind Freak, and I was friends with people around Mind Freak, like, that show will never get the credit that it deserves because of who Chris Angel is and because of how Chris Angel is thought of, that it grinded out, fucking watched Magic television on a scale that we had never seen before. And that doesn't happen without Johnny Thompson. It certainly doesn't happen at the level that it happened at without Johnny Thompson.
Yeah. That's 100%. And to be honest, I don't know. There's part of me that's uncomfortable. You know, there's everyone in Magic knew Johnny Thompson better than us two goofballs, and so I am almost uncomfortable.
I mean, that's the thing. It's funny because for you, you know, and look, go listen to everything that Ice Cream Social talks about and everything that Penn Sunday School talks about. I wish there were more magicians doing these kind of platforms. All I know, I am here from Mars, from a station on Mars that stays in constant contact with elements of Earth. And here's what I'm telling you his reputation is out here.
Right.
And if it's like that out here, God, I can't imagine it. And I'm really, really glad. I want to just highlight this again. I'm so glad that he had the Fool Us run, because I do think that if something had happened or he hadn't worked since the Mind Freak thing, he would not have gotten his proper due. I'm glad that Penn and Teller, historians of Magic that they are, were able to chronicle him in the way that he deserved.
Think about this. One of the best parts of him doing all the Fool Us stuff is every single person I talked to who did Fool Us, one of their best memories are like, and Johnny Thompson helped me with my act. Like, this parade of season after season of all of Magic's, you know, workers out there, each one of them all excited as could be to get the brief chance to work with Johnny.
Not many magicians have gotten a New York Times obituary. The New York Times obituary is like the coolest place to be when you're dead. It is where only the legends exist because there's only so many. It's often the best written stuff in the paper. Go read Johnny Thompson's obituary. It is amazing, and it includes a couple Penn and Teller quotes. But there's a great Teller quote of him saying, when they did their Thompsoni tribute on Fool Us, that Johnny Thompson was explaining subtleties on some of just the head movements. Specifically on so he has this fly down. That's one of the routines. And he gave Teller these notes on it, which Teller is two things. A, one of the greatest magic minds and theatrical minds that exists on this earth. And B, somebody who does not suffer fools gladly. and knows what he knows and will not be afraid to tell anybody what he knows. Right? The fact that he had that reverence for Johnny Thompson should tell you everything you need.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
Awesome. Thank you, Skipper Never, for the email. If you have an email you'd like featured in this part of the show, mail@nightattack.tv. Hey, good show, guys.
Yeah. Hey, what did we learn?
We learned that we still have the best Magic podcast on the internet.
We learned that Drippin' needs to pound it down to Pound Town.
Yeah, we learned that your mom's name is Bubbles.
We learned that robots are gonna be more beautiful than us by a lot.
And we learned that Bonnie is Sherlock for Artifact.
Yeah, boy, you're not kidding. Yeah, you could tell it's I'm trying to hint hey, what you doing? It may win the game, but it won't be funny. Please knock it off. And she's like she had game fever.
Game theory, Brushwood. It's genetic somehow.
It's genetic. It gets transmitted. It's an STD. Hey man, we love you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Die in a fire.
The Bit Boss.
Oh hell yeah! Congratulations to Renaigu with 904 bits.
Oh wow! What a heist!
Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.